Hello students, this is Ms. Herndon for IMED 1316, and this is Chapter 6 Lecture. We'll actually start in our textbooks in just a moment on page 302. Okay, and to prepare for this, what we'll do is, if you'll go to our class shared files, and then here on the shared files, I uploaded a file that is Files to Begin Chapter 6 Lecture. And that's a zip file, so if you'll unzip that, and then when you get through unzipping that, then go into your website files where you have them stored, your local files, and then do a new folder for Chapter 6 Lecture. Open that and then put a new folder rather, pardon me, and then unzip all of those files inside there. So now we're ready to start Chapter 6 Lecture. There is one other thing we need to do. At the bottom of 302, page 302, we're going to go back to the student data. Okay, students, for the audio and video for Chapter 6 Lecture, I've put a special file here that you can use. That is this Chapter 6 audio and video only. Okay, that was going to take a really long time. So I went into a different area where I have the same files. But anyway, when you get that unzipped, then you can get, we simply want the audio and video folders from that. So I'm going to hold them on my control key, get both of those, right click, and I'm going to copy them, and then I'm going to go back to my website files, go into my Chapter 6 Lecture file, and I'm going to right click and paste them. And now you can see my audio and video files are now there. Typically audio and video, particularly video, can be extremely large file sizes. So and you can see this one by itself is 13 megabytes. So that's why it was going to take a while. Plus, that isn't just the gallery files. You will have to look into the gallery files folder for your Chapter 6 Lecture information. Okay, so now I've got everything pasted into my Chapter 6 Lecture file for my website files, and I'm going to minimize that, and I'm going to go back to my Dreamweaver. And here is my Chapter 6 Lecture, and now you can see it just updated, and my audio file folder and video folder are in there, as well as all the other files that we need to get started. So we have done that. Okay, and now we will go over to page 304. And we're in the Files panel already. We're going to scroll down and double tap. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to do one other thing before I get started. Okay, I'm going to go back to my site, and I'm going to define a new site so that everything goes where it's supposed to. I'm going to name this Ch6 Lecture. And my local site is going to be, I can do this, and there, and then it's going to be my Chapter 6 Lecture subfolder. And then we're going to go to our servers and put our server information in. ch6lecture.com. Okay, and for the root directory, I'm going to put Ch6Lecture. We have to be consistent and make sure everything we name it has to be exactly the same. And now my web URL. Okay, and now we've fixed the site definition. And here's our local files. And our site definition has been fixed. I'm going to go back to my regular site though, and make sure that I go to my remote server, and I need to have a folder here to upload, because remember that we put it in our root definition, but we don't have it here. So if it's not here, then we won't, it won't find a place to upload. So we're going to right click on the root and then do new folder and then Ch6Lecture. Okay, so that has a place to go on the remote server. Okay, now I'm going to go back to local view, and then I'm going to go back to my chapter 6 lecture. Okay, so now on step 1 on page 304, we're going to double click portfolio.html to open it. And scroll down the document window, tap or click to the right of the newborn text. So here's newborn. We're going to click to the right of there and then press enter to place insertion point on the line below. Tap or click the insert panel tab. So we're going to go to insert. And then we're going to click the structure to change it, and we're going to choose media. And now we're going to choose HTML5 audio. And now in the property inspector, we're going to tap or click the browse icon for the source property. Or we can use this point file as well. Either way, we can browse, which it will take us inside our Chapter 6 lecture folder. And we're going to go into the audio folder. And then I'm on page 306. And we're going to choose the portfolio_audio.mp3. And if I scroll over, I can see this one is MP3. So I'm going to select it. And then I'm going to choose the OK. And you can see now there is audio icon there. Our source has a source here. Our alternate source and alternate source 1 and 2 are there. Okay. Now we're going to tap or click the autoplay checkbox in the property inspector. So there's autoplay. So we want it to automatically play. And in the fallback text box, we can put this browser does not support HTML5 audio files. So here's fallback text, and we can bring this out if we want. And then page 308. Okay, I'm going to dock this again, drop it down, and we're going to do File Save All. Okay, and then we can do Preview and Browser. I'm going to choose Google Chrome, and I actually have Pandora in the background. I'll turn that off. So you should be able to hear that. And if necessary, if you get a warning on your browser, you can choose Allow blocked content. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and close that particular tab. And now we're on page 309. Going back to Dreamweaver. And we're going to select the sound placeholder. And I'm still on that. Okay. And click the Controls checkbox to remove it. So we don't want them to have control. And display the audio controls within the browser. Okay, and then we're going to do File Save All. And we're going to preview again. And now you can see there is no speaker here, speaker icon. And mine doesn't show the okay, I'm not getting an error message. Let me try that in Firefox. Let me go back to Dreamweaver. And I'm going to preview in Firefox instead. Let me go back and close this one so that we don't get two different music files going. Well, I didn't get the player in either one. Let me try it with the controls. Okay, it shows the controls when I don't remove the check mark. I'm not sure, because it told me to remove them. Okay, we'll move forward. Okay, and we can also resize the browser. And you can see already that is gone to the mobile view. And then it can go to the tablet view. And then, of course, the desktop view. And now we're going to close that browser. Okay, and we'll go ahead and preview again in Google Chrome to see what happens with our playback. Okay, our control is there when the check mark is there. I don't know why the book has it opposite. Okay, and if you allow it to play all the way through, the song will eventually end because we did not put a check for the loop. If you want to loop it, then obviously you put a check for the loop. Okay, so they want us to go ahead and put a check there. And then file save all. And then go ahead and we can go to our browser and simply refresh. And if you let it go all the way to the end now, then it will start over because we did put loop. Okay, now we are going to remove HTML5 audio control and preload the music. Okay, so we're going to go back to Dreamweaver and, if necessary, select the sound placeholder. And then we're going to tap or click the controls checkbox to remove the check mark and hide the audio controls. And then tap or click the preload list arrow in the property inspector to display the preload options. So right here, and we are going to click metadata to preload a few seconds of the song as the page opens. And then we're going to click save all. And then we can click the close button on the portfolio page. And I've still got it playing in the background, so I'm going to go close that. Okay, now we are on page 313 about adding video. Okay, and there's an important part at the bottom of 313 about adding different types of video. Different types of video require different plugins in your browser windows, so it's important to know the differences in them. Okay, I'm on page 314, so we're going to go back to the Files panel and scroll the Files panel and double-click Session.html. So there's that. And now we're going to scroll down the page as necessary, select the text, insert page content here. And I triple click to get it. And then press the delete button to delete the text. Tap or click the insert panel. And we're still on media. and then we're going to click the HTML5 video element, and you can see it's added here. Now we, in our property panel, we have the information that we're going to change. Okay, in the property inspector, tap or click the browse icon, which is here, and we're within the Chapter 6 lecture folder, and we're still in the audio subfolder. So let's click here to go back, and then I'm going to double click video to open it, and then we're going to go to the session video that is a MP4 file, and if you scroll over, you can see the type is MP4. I'm going to select that and put OK. Now we're going to set the properties of the video element, and if necessary, select the placeholder, and mine's already selected. Tap or click the W text box here, and then we're going to set it so that it's at 480 pixels. For the height, we're going to select it for 375 pixels, and then press enter to set it. And you can see the size of our video placeholder has changed. In the fallback text box, which is here, I'm going to bring this out so I can see what I'm typing. This browser does not support HTML5 video files. Period. Oops, I misspelled that. Okay, with the video placeholder still selected, we're going to tap click Format on the application bar. Okay, so let me dock this again. And then in Format, and then we're going to click Align. And I'm on page 318 now, and we're going to choose Center. So we want it to center on the page. Okay, and we're going to tap or click the Hide Fluid Layout grids on the document toolbar. Let's see. Okay, which is here. And then we can go live. Okay, and if necessary, scroll down to see the video element. And we're going to go ahead and click the play button. Okay, and we can go ahead and show fluid grid layouts guides again. And we're going to remove the live, and then we're going to do File Save All. And now we can preview in browser, and then let's see, we're going to use Internet Explorer, it says. We'll go ahead and do that. Takes a moment to load. Even though my files are local. And it says, if necessary, tap the Allow Blocked Content. Okay. Okay, and now we can resize. Bring it down. And you can see how it changes. You can get it all the way down to the mobile size. And now we're going to close that. Okay, now we're going to embed a video using a plugin. In the session page, we're going to tap or click the content area. And tap or click the element button on the insert panel to display the element categories. Just said in the content area. I'm in the content area. Okay, I'm not sure. It's being kind of vague. Okay, so we're going to go to the insert panel, and then we're going to change this. We're in the media elements, so I'm already there. And then we're going to go to plugin. Okay, and we're going to go to the video folder. I'm on page 320, and then we're going to tap or click session_video MP4. And I've got to scroll to the right to see which one is MP4. And I'm going to click OK. And you can see now there's a different icon there. Okay, and now we're ready to close and close the window. And we're not going to save. Say no. And that is the entire lecture. Please let me know if you have questions so that I can help. Thank you so much.